throughout our analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of the general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash. And there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. That was a clip from Augustine Carstens, who is the general manager of the Bank for International Settlements. I'm going to explain that clip later in this video, but if you're worried about the government and the Treasury proposing and trying to defend the ability to track every transaction in America that's $600 or more, that should probably be the least of your worries. That ain't nothing compared to where this is heading. You thought the pandemic was bad?
Healthcare professionals have said to me, if you think COVID is bad, when it comes to climate change, you ain't seen nothing yet.
10 years from now, we're going to be laughing that we were upset or shocked over our government tracking transactions of $600 or more. The pandemic and climate change are real concerns that present real opportunities for people who, let's just say they have a God complex. And I don't mean that by hyperbole. I mean, they have a God complex, as in they believe they are God. You can use an example. Recently, a new asset class was named by the NYSE, and the new asset class is called natural assets companies. And of course, it's for our benefit, for our safety, for the benefit of the world, that can monetize things that occur in nature, like carbon sequestration. What is carbon sequestration? It's the process of capturing and storing atmospheric carbon dioxide. I didn't know you could monetize natural processes or things that occur in nature. I mean, at this rate, they can literally monetize the process of you breathing air. That's what we exhale, right? Carbon dioxide. I mean, we're trending towards that direction. And if you think I sound crazy, right now, you can't even have a normal relationship between you and your own antibodies.
But my immune system said it's good, okay? It doesn't need to be tampered with, okay? It said it's good, okay?
You can't even have a natural relationship between you and your antibodies without the government and big pharmaceutical companies getting involved. And I'm the crazy one? When you take all of that into account, the $600 is tame stuff. I mean, this is baby stuff. That's why Nancy Pelosi was indignant when she was asked about this. She's in a weird place where she knows where the world is going. She knows where the World Economic Forum is telling us the world is going. It's not a conspiracy. It's out in the open. Go to their website. They post the videos. They talk about it. And it's not all bad. There will be pros, and for damn sure there will be cons. But she's in that weird place where she's like, don't you guys get this? This is nothing. Like in 20 years, we're going to be way beyond this. Stop fighting me.
Yes, there are concerns that some people have, but if people are breaking the law and not paying their taxes, one way to track them is through the banking measure. I think 600, but that's a negotiation that will go on as to what the amount is. But yes.
In Nigeria, State Governor Obeski from Edo let the cat out the bag. He just flat out said, like, over there, like, if you don't get that V, you won't be able to access your bank account. You can't access banks. It's about health, huh? What does that have to do with me going online to my bank account? People will not be allowed to access banking service without proof of that V card. And anyone who wants to access the services, you have to get the V. All you have to do is listen. They're telling you everything out in the open. Look at Australia, look at Nigeria. The pesky Constitution is the only reason we're behind. Why would the governor of Edo say that? because they have a digital V passport. Let me play that clip I started the show with again.
For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
Did you hear what he said? He's saying that when you have cash, $100, they can't control it. That's what he's saying in that clip. So if you keep cash and you go to the store with cash, I can put it under my pillow. I can go and buy something. I can keep it. It's in my wallet. The government can't go in and reach in, destroy it, stop me from using it, force me to use it. The government doesn't have direct control over that cash. So when we're talking about going digital, it's not making cash digital. It's getting rid of the monetary system we have and going to something completely different. We're moving towards a day where not only do they monitor $600 transactions, they have control over every single penny transaction. I mean, you run down to Walmart to buy a toothbrush and they would have had tracked it. And if you did something wrong, your money won't go through, your card won't go through because all of it is monitored and tracked by the government. That's where we can go. That's the potential of this thing. All this censorship and banning that's happening right now, they can extend that to this digital credit that they're going to go to. Again, I'm not going to call it digital money, maybe digital currency, but it's not money when I don't have control over it. It's not money when you could literally put an expiration date on it. China's digital currency is programmable to have an expiry date. The money can expire, which gives its central bank effectively control to boost consumption, demand, or impose negative rates as required. It's not easy to control interest rates. It's not easy to control the flow of money that's in currency. When it goes digital, you could control it to the penny. You could control it to the person. You have a low credit score, they could suspend all the money in your accounts. You have a good social credit score, but hey, you're a reporter and maybe there's this big story going out in, I don't know, let's say Loudoun County, and it goes against the narrative and you're going to break that story. Boop, finances could be cut off immediately. They could do it for whatever reasons they want to. If too many people are saving money and not spending money, they could say, hey, boop, this percentage of your money right now, it's going to expire by the end of the year. So you're going to have to go out and buy whatever you want or let it go to zero. That's why Nancy Pelosi was so indignant. She's like, are you guys not paying attention? Look at what the World Economic Forum's talking about. Give a little bit of blood. You got a worldwide passport where you can fly, go around the world. Sounds great and convenient, doesn't it? But why are they so keen on this? It's for a lot of reasons. So when you're online, you're not anonymous. Steve Bannon, for example, he's a populist. They want to label him a racist. They issued a subpoena to have him come in front of Congress. He doesn't come in front of Congress. Maybe they say, you know what, boop, your funds are done until we get you in here. What recourse are we going to have? You going to trust our system of government? You're going to trust? We don't even have the First Amendment anymore. YouTube could take this video down for any reason, for whatever they wanted to, without telling you anything, giving you any example or any chance or any warning. Of course they could do all that. It's the same process. This is all speculation, but ask yourself, why is no one in the media asking these questions? you have to go to all these alternative sources, the same sources that they call you a nut job for if you go to, because you're not getting that coverage from the mainstream. These people we are talking about can literally print money in the form of reserves. They have the power to buy whatever they want. It's not about the money. You know what it's about. It's about control. Take care.